Hello everybody, this is Jeannie T with It's All About Yarn, Knit and Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful design on this blanket. It's a throw. Now when I first seen it, it was on cushion covers, but you can make it as a blanket. These are drop post treble, drop post, front post treble crochets and double crochets, and I'll show you how to do them. And that's on the front, but on the back it looks like this, and those are just single crochets all the way across to come back. And what I am using, my hook just disappeared. I am using a 10mm hook. This is the biggest one that I have. I don't know what company it is. It just has a tiny little mm on it. Right there, 10mm. It's not a Boyd or anything. It's just a plastic hook. And I am using Bernette blanket. That is a nice design as well, and it's on the back of the label. Color is brocade. It is a super bulky number 6. It requires a 8mm hook or needles, but the pattern I'm using calls for a 10, and I'm lucky. That's the biggest hook size that I own. And this skein is 10.5 ounces, 300 grams. It's only 220 yards. It's not a whole lot. And it calls for 5 of these. So I may use 5, or I may put a nice border around it with the 6 ball. And where I got these, I didn't pick my color, but for this pattern I would have loved a oatmeal or a freckle color, or whatever you call them, oatmeal. That would have been really nice. It would have been like a bark, or a mink, or a brown would be nice. Oh, and a solid color would be nice, because this yarn is a little bit busy, and it is much brighter than what it's showing. Like this, these are nice oranges and yellows, just like crayons. It sort of reminds me of Crayola colors, but there's only 4 colors in it. So it's getting pretty big. This is almost has 4 skeins in it now. 4 or 3. Well, this is what's left of this one. I must have 3 skeins on it. Anyways, I'll know when I go in the back room how many skeins I have left there. Well, I'm going to show you how to make it, and where it's already on the go, I'm just going to tell you how to begin it. So to make these stitches, they're in multiples of 2. So you're going to make a loose chain. Make your chain loose, because these stitches take up a lot of space. And make it in multiples of 2. And maybe, I don't know, if you want it to be 4 feet across, that would be 48 inches. That might be somewhere, give or take, maybe 60. I'm not sure. Anyways, make a chain and measure it and make it a bit loose. And then single crochet all the way across. Let me see. So I made my chain. Single crochets. Yeah, I single crocheted all the way across. And then your next row, do a double crochet across, and then your next row do a single crochet across. So after you do that second single crochet across, that's what I'm doing now, I will meet you at the end. So you're going to single crochet all the way back on top of the double crochets. And those double crochets are going to be your front posts tribbles, where they will be going around. So a single crochet at the top of every double crochet. And I will meet you at the end. Okay, I'm coming up towards getting close to the corner, to the end. Oops. Make sure I do that very last chain. There, so I'm at the end. So to get this effect on the other side, they are taller stitches, so we are going to chain 3 and turn. That will equal our first double crochet. And when we look at this side, this is a double crochet that we will be doing our treble front post around, but in between every one of them is already a long treble. So when we chain 3, that's going to equal our first double crochet. We never do a treble on our edge here. So we have a double crochet over top of another double crochet in the row below it. Our next stitch, we have our single stitch here, but below that we have our treble, and we're not going to hook a treble onto a treble. So at the top of that treble we are going to put a double crochet into that single crochet stitch. And then our next stitch over, the row below our singles, is a double crochet, and that is where we are going to hook a treble. In other words, a triple crochet, front post around that double, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, and you should have 4 strands of yarn on your hook, and pull through 2 at a time. There's once, twice, 3 times as a treble. And that's how we make those. The next single crochet below it has a treble, so we are just going to put a double over top of it. So it's going to be a double, a treble, a double, a treble, done in the same fashion all the way across. So we're going to front post that double, need some yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2, and there's our treble. Our next stitch will be a double over top of the other treble, in through the single. The next stitch will be a treble, front posted around that double, second row down, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. They take a lot of yarn. The next stitch will be a double, the next will be a treble, and you will do this all the way across. Oops. And when you get to the end, you make a single crochet and you turn your work and you do a single crochet all the way back, and then you'll be repeating this row over again. See how that's turning out? It is really pretty. So go ahead and keep doing this all the way to the end. You can rewind a little bit. Anyways, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I made it to the stitch right before the end of the row. And I have to tell you, talk about playing yarn chicken. I have 1 stitch left to make. So it's a double crochet at the very end, and where I have this bit of yarn left, what I normally would do, I would just pull it through and begin my new color, and just make a slip knot in my new color and pull it through here and join it, and then continue on. So when you get to the very end, I would knit this in. When you get to the very end, you chain 1 and turn. and you will turn your work, and then single crochet 1 in every stitch all the way across. And then when you get to the end, you chain 3, which will be your first double crochet, and you do this all over again. Okay? And that is how you make this beautiful tree bark-like texture. It's very beautiful. I have 4 skeins in this so far. Okay, I have 4 skeins in this so far, and it is like a 4 foot by 4 foot square. So that'd be 16, 4 times 4 is 16 square feet. So each skein of yarn did 4 square feet, or 4 foot long and 1 foot wide is what one of these big skeins did. Okay, so anyways, that is with the 10mm hook, and that is how you make that throw. So I'm going to put, that's almost nice now because it's square. I'm going to do one more on it, and then I'll probably put an edging on. It's pretty nice the way it is. Please remember to give my video a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful week and be kind to one another. And happy yarning, everybody. Bye now.